Hello and welcome to our tour of a deluxe suite on board P&O Cruises Britannia. The suite we'll be looking around in this video is the Orsova suite, or B437, which is a deluxe suite located midship, starboard side on deck 14. This really is a suite that impressed us, beautifully decorated, stylishly appointed and incredibly practical. In this video I'll go through every aspect bit by bit so you can make a concrete decision as to whether you feel it's worth splashing out the extra cash on this deluxe suite aboard Britannia. When you enter this suite, you step into the hallway where you have a full-length mirror and just one of the doors to the toilet, which subsequently leads into the bathroom, which I'll come on to in a moment. B1 grade suites like this one are incredibly spacious, providing you with 330 square feet to enjoy, which is the equivalent of 30 square metres. While the balcony is significantly longer than what you get from a standard balcony cabin, the depth is still pretty tight. And for a deluxe suite which is going to set you back thousands for a 7-night cruise, it may not be big enough for some. This suite has a balcony which measures 70 square feet in surface area or 6 square metres. As you can see, because of the lack of depth in the balcony, you don't get the luxury of having sun loungers, which many people would expect from a suite. If sun loungers is a must when choosing your suite, then you'll need to upgrade to B4 or B5 grade suites on Britannia, namely the owner's suites and premium suites. Both grades are located all the way aft, where balcony depth isn't so restricted. For a deluxe suite, a surface area of 330 square feet is on the small size when you compare to offerings made by competing cruise lines. But to give you an idea of how Britannia compares to other ships in the P&O fleet, an equivalent grade of suite on Aurora has a surface area of 445 square feet or 41 square metres, making her around 26% larger by comparison. On board Arcadia, an equivalent grade of suite measures slightly larger at 380 square feet or 35 square metres, which is around 13% larger than what you get on Britannia. However, the biggest difference is in the size of the balcony. 135 square feet or 13 square metres on Arcadia, making her balconies more than double the size of what you get on Britannia. Having said all this, size isn't everything. The deluxe suites on Britannia have been designed in such a way that the suite itself feels much larger than what it is on paper and allows for guests to make the most of their suite experience. Deluxe suites come with 2 single beds which can be converted into a double, and all B1 through to B5 grade suites also come with a double sofa bed, meaning this suite is capable of sleeping up to 4 passengers if needed. The bedroom isn't separated from the lounge area, however you do have a partition bulkhead which makes the cabin feel divided, but you still have walkways on each side. On one side of the bed you have a bedside cabinet with 3 shallow drawers and a shelf, and on the other side you have a vanity and writing desk with a telephone and a large mirror fixed to the bulkhead. Like the lower grades of accommodation on board Britannia, there is no bedside reading lights, which does surprise us as accommodation across all grades on this ship is very practical. But if you're somebody that likes to read before bed, you may find it difficult if you don't wish to have the deck headlights on. Adjacent to the writing desk in the bedroom, you have a single wardrobe with a fair amount of hangers, but you may have to ask for some extra hangers if you're on a longer cruise and if there's more than 2 passengers in this suite. You also get a double wardrobe with some more hangers and a shelf at the top which is handy for storing luggage or other items that you wish to keep out of sight during your cruise. On the partition bulkhead you have a Samsung 38-inch flat screen TV on both sides, and although interactive, it's not the best system we've used and does fall a little short of the interactive TVs on Princess ships and Celebrity. However, you can still watch movies on demand free of charge, check your cabin statement and learn more about the ship, including browsing restaurant menus from the comfort of your suite. You also get the usual news channels, the view of the ship's forecastle from the bridge, and a channel which plays movies on a loop. Deluxe suites come with tea and coffee making facilities, and as a perk of being a suite guest, you also get a coffee pod machine and a welcome bottle of champagne. which brings me on to the other perks and benefits you get from being a suite guest on Britannia. Priority check-in, access to an exclusive hospitality lounge, exclusive welcome on board reception with the captain, mineral water in your cabin, a box of chocolates on arrival, bathrobes and slippers, fresh fruit in your cabin, daily afternoon canapes, breakfast in an exclusive venue, which is Epicurean on Britannia, inclusive room service, a hairdryer, butler service, superior bathroom with whirlpool bath, luxurious premium white company toiletries, priority tenders when used, an atlas and binoculars, P&O branded umbrella to use ashore, and you get priority disembarkation. Overall, it's a pretty decent range of perks and benefits. It doesn't quite stretch to what you get on the likes of Royal Caribbean, Princess and Celebrity, but it certainly offers more than what the likes of Ambassador and Marella offer. If you'd like to see our tour and review of a deluxe suite on board Ambience, click the banner in the top right hand corner now. In the lounge area of the suite, you'll find another writing desk with 5 small drawers, a telephone and a Bluetooth speaker with DAB radio. Next to the writing desk in the lounge area, you have a cupboard featuring some shelving, and this is where you'll also find the digital safe, which is just about large enough to accommodate an iPad and possibly a small laptop. The lounge area features the sofa bed already mentioned, a couple of velvet chairs, a coffee table, and you have a small narrow table with a single drawer underneath the TV. On the left side of the sofa bed you have another bedside cabinet with drawers and a shelf, perfect for when this sofa is being used as a bed or just to place your drink when you're watching TV. You have several lamps fixed to the bulkhead, which gives the suite a cosy feel at night as opposed to having the bright deck headlights on. The lounge area is beautifully decorated, comfortable, and is a really lovely space to be. The lounge area also feels much bigger in real life to how it may appear on video, so please bear this in mind if you think it looks a bit pokey. We now come on to one of our favourite parts of this suite, and that's the bathroom. The toilet and the bathroom are separated and are both accessible from either the bedroom or the hallway area, but it does mean passing through the bathroom to get to the toilet or the toilet to get to the bathroom, but I'm sure you'll make do with that configuration. In the toilet you get a single wash basin with foam tap, a bin and a mirror fixed to the bulkhead. In the bathroom you get another wash basin and foam tap, some shelving, a plug socket for electric razors and electric toothbrushes, a separate shower with White Company shower gel and shampoo and a washing line, an impressive whirlpool bath, and you get a premium gift set of White Company toiletries for you to use on board or take home with you. It's your choice. This is definitely one of the nicest bathrooms we've seen on a cruise ship, but what do you think of it? Let us know in the comments below. In summary, we really liked this deluxe suite on Britannia. We loved the decor, it was in very good condition, it was comfortable, and like all accommodation on Britannia, incredibly practical. The deluxe suite featured in this video had a total of 10 plug sockets, 5 British 3-pin sockets, 4 US 2-pin sockets, and a socket for electric shavers and toothbrushes in the bathroom. Deluxe suites on Britannia are also very practical in terms of storage and how the cabin is laid out. Although it's not the largest suite in the world, it feels bigger than it is, and it comes with all of the amenities and benefits you could want from a suite of this grade. In our opinion, the only area which people may be dissatisfied with is the size of the balcony, but unfortunately that's just the class of ship and how it's been designed. Sun loungers on a balcony don't really bother us as we're very rarely in our cabin, but if you're somebody that likes to sunbathe on your balcony all day, then you may wish to factor this in before booking anything below a B4 grade suite. So would we recommend splashing out the extra cash on a deluxe suite on board Britannia? 100% yes. It's pretty much ticked all of the boxes for us personally, and is one of the best suites we've recently seen on a cruise ship in terms of its decor, amenities and how well appointed it was. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for future cruise content. We'll see you next time.